What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Before we jump into the players, we can introduce the fabulous, the wonderful, the possibly growing too old for this game. I'm just kidding. Never possible. His name is Chrono JJ. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, I am doing very well. Good to be with you. Um, Glad to be on board. There actually might be a bug on this map. I don't think there is a message that there is fish, and there are fish. Do we want them to restart?
I can't actually see because I put the thing on, but looks like
Do you want me to pause?
they've both found the fish. So let's just
Okay.
continue.
All right. All right. All right.
Spawning in the top side of the map in the blue color playing is Isis. His name is JoeyBadz. And in the bottom map of the map, in the red color playing is Oranos, is Grassengroom. Why are we here today, Chrono JJ? What's happening?
Oh man, we are here because we love Age of Mythology. There is this awesome person is hosting this mega random tournament. It's got group stages, it's got best of threes, it's got an elimination bracket, and here we are in the group stage, one of the probably the very first matches to be played,
Yeah, this is
and it's on mega random.
exactly the only map for this tournament. It's gonna get boring, right?
Yeah, I know it's the same thing over and over. It's been Age of Mythology's been out for almost 20 years. We're still playing on the same 11 maps. Ugh, and then we're going to play one map in this tournament.
I know we're just stuck in our ways. The players in Age Mythology just not ready to move into the new age, are we? Anyway-
No, no.
Anyways, we can talk about this map just a little bit here. One of the cool things about Mega Random is that you can get these water maps, which you would never get normally on any of the original maps. Uh, what does this map remind you of?
Well, I mean, obviously it has the pond in the middle, so you think Mediterranean.
Mm.
Which, but you got, I see some Aurochs, so it's a little bit of a higher hunt meta. It's almost actually a 4-pack Aurochs, actually. It looks a lot, as far as the sea though size, it's a lot similar to this Sacred Pond map, which probably a lot of people aren't familiar with.
Yeah, this is a fairly close to the Sacred Pond. I like the comparison to Mediterranean, but the fact is that it's a really aggressive water spawn, but there's not that much fish. So the necessity to go like 30 archer ships here is just not it's not there. So you're not going to see that 6-7 minute water fight that you see on Mediterranean with like not a lot actually happening on this sort of map. You can do lots of crazy like water land pushes as well. You can grab early second town centers. You can kind of go ahead and do whatever you feel like in this map, which is why I like this version of Mediterranean in quotation marks over the actual Mediterranean map.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, meta has its place to some extent, but it is there's not a lot of variation, whereas this map of meta, you can do so much more stuff. And yeah, you don't get, I guess there's 12 fish kind of per player, 9 fish per
Yeah.
player.
Now,
So, I mean, winning is still good,
mm,
but
yeah. If you get all of the pond here, and you put the docks all around it, like say the Egyptian wins the water here and puts docks on every one of their fish, and they got the 18 fish, and then we all know exactly how strong having that much of an economic boost at the start of the game or even in the middle of the game becomes. So you can't just give up water, but it's not as important as one might think, as we do see Grassengroom hitting the classical edge through Prometheus.
yep, and he's putting down a military barracks right away. So definitely a little bit of the land water. And oh wow, this is a late advance for JoeyBadz though.
Yeah. for those of you who are unaware, we allowed this tournament to be a open registration, so anybody could sign up, and anyone who enjoys Age of Mythology and wants to get better at the game, this is the place to do it. Playing tournament games against the best players in the world. My God, you're going to get a big spanking, but you're going to learn a lot. And so JoeyBadz here is coming up with a 4th dock, trying to get that one up and see if he can hold on, but Grassengroom's not going to allow that.
No. No, run her away. Don't let her get... No.
She's just out of rage. She's taunting them. She's taunting them.
No. Oh.
Sad state of affairs to be an Egyptian laborer under the control of
somebody's...
JoeyBadz.
That was someone's mother.
So there's the 6 minute-ish classical age from JoeyBadz. He's getting a lot of villages on gold here. He might be looking for a second town center. He's throwing down his armory. A fast heroic here would make a lot of sense, especially with an advance time that late. Because yes, Grassengroom's going to have the advantage right now, but if JoeyBadz can hit some sort of Ancestors Eclipse onto Grassengroom's main base in the next, I don't know, minute and a half, he could take the town center down, he could do a lot of damage to his opponent, and then he could go in with the Leviathan, War Barge, and maybe take back control of the water. So we'll see if that's what he wants to do or not.
Is he close to aging up, though? How much food does he got?
Look, let's like not get bogged down in the details. Chrono JJ, all right. He might have only 68 food in the bank, but the point is, oh no, he's making cabinets. Okay.
He's making cabinets.
He's making cabinets.
This would almost be a better map to go Anubis.
Yep. Yeah. You could do whatever you want here. We said no one knows what's the best thing to do on this map because we haven't had 20 years to work it out. Where are you going, Joey? Where are your boats going?
Try to pick off a few. Oh, not quite. He did. Grassengroom is training a few more bioreams now. I don't know why. He really didn't need to.
Well, he's just making sure he gets control of this water and moving into the next stage of the game. So if you win the water really, really fast, the game plan becomes fairly simple for the Oranos or for any civilization who wins water really fast. It's generally just get your town centers going, make sure you get control of a second gold mine, and then go from there, because the economic advantage becomes very difficult to overcome if you lose the water really fast. If you lose the water at like say 10 minutes, it's not as bad. You can deal with it, but.
It was way down at Grassengroom's base. The Sphinx did kill a citizen right before it got killed.
JoeyBadz could be happy about that one for sure.
I'm a little worried though about JoeyBadz' attempt at gathering hunt to the east of his base.
And does that Oracle scout that hunt? I think it does. I think he sees that hunt very clearly here. So he's just gonna finish off that dock, and then there's still a shockwave remaining, right? No, there's not.
No, he used it on the Sphinx.
Okay. So for those, there's someone in chat asking if this is best of 3 or best of 5. The group stage is going to be best of 3 for the entirety of the group stage. When we get to the single elimination, we're going to be seeing best of 5s, best of 7s, best of 9s. So there's that.
Garrison your priests. Joey, garrison your priests.
I mean, 3 priests down for Murmillo and a bunch of DPS, and now the army has spotted the food villages here. Hello there.
Run away. They're just shooting at the walrus still.
Oh, poor Joey.
Walrus gets... Ooh, it's stuck up against the forest too.
Big pain. Big pain if you are JoeyBadz here. He's going to have to come back onto his cows. He's still trying to get to the heroic age here. He's got double barracks up for some reason. Like if you think about it, like Isis theory against Oranos for the most part, the classical age of Oranos gets fairly heavily countered by priests. So if you can get yourself early into what's it called, Spirit of Mart. I always forget these things, Spirit of Mart, and you can get
Yeah.
mass priest, and you can really punish classical age Oranos. But you do have to get to the heroic age to do that. And Joey's just been a little bit too slow here to make his way to that heroic age. He's got a lot of wood in the bank that he's not going to be using for quite some time. So the ordering of things is very off. But Nephthys is being clicked up at the same time as Thea is getting clicked up. And Grassengroom has a second town center already.
Yeah, this Ancestor's Eclipse had better kill like 10 citizens or something.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tall order.
Well, if you do the quick calculations, you've got 13 citizens. That's like having 39 villages. A little bit less, but 39 villages. And that's 10 villager deficit plus the 15 fishing ships the Grassengroom's got with per scene.
I like these docks. Grassengroom sent this citizen all the way around the pond.
You actually have to do it. You don't you don't have to, but it increases the gather rate by heaps by having close docks to your fishing ships.
Yes.
One of the little known facts about fishing ships is if they have Salt Amphora, it's actually the fastest food gather rate in the game, I think.
Ooh.
So definitely, especially if they're right next to the farms.
Check out Joey's gold mine in his base.
Oh, this is so sad. He does have another gold mine though we can go to.
He does. He can't. When he used prosperity, there was like 100 gold left in that mine.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
That's all right. We've all been there.
Yep. So prosperity roughly gets you 1,000 gold out of your gold mine, 1,500 gold out of your gold mine. So it's to be safe. Make sure you've got 1,500 gold in your gold mine when you click prosperity, especially if you've got 19 villagers gathering from it.
Yeah. All right. And do you just use Ancestor's Eclipse on this forward town center now?
Yeah. There it is. He's actually going to pick off 2 citizen here, which is really not that bad. I mean, it normally wouldn't be that bad if it was like at 8 minutes into the game. But
right. I'll get the other one. Come on.
He's making the break for it. Joey, he's out. He's out of there.
It's out. All right. He's gonna clean up this little minuscule Terma army.
Yeah, Grassengroom seems like he's aiming for the heroic age, the mythic age here, though. He's like, I don't care. I wouldn't be surprised to see Helios here, to be honest. But, I mean, you know Oranos players and their love for Hecate.
It's so stupid. Helios is so good. Yep, here it is. Hecate coming out.
Especially when you're going with, like, next to no population and you can fill that population immediately with all that favor in Hecagigantes, Destroyer, and then you just vortex into their base and kill everything.
Yeah, I like me some Helios. I think Helios is a very underappreciated minor god. Not that Hecate is bad, but
it's one of those gods that just doesn't normally fit the flow of Oranos. So Oranos' flow kind of hits Mythic Age around 15 minutes every single game, and at 15 minutes, normally the opponents don't have the tools necessary to deal with Tartarian Gate. But as soon as you get further into the game, Hecate starts being much less good, and Helios starts being much better. So you gotta gauge what part of the game you are, and Oranos players generally not so good at gauging that and just blindly click Hecate every single time. I mean, this situation, obviously, Hecate is fine, but so too would Helios. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Like, I mean, you could put Hecate on that Migdol stronghold and
yeah,
really hamper any sort of gold collecting. because I mean there's only 950 left in the base gold mine.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one here, but I think Joey's done a good job of denying the third town center for the time being. Those slingers, if they're going to micro, which they are actually targeting down the Terma, as we see a big shockwave coming in, might be able to help win this fight fairly nicely, but it seems like Grassengroom's army is just a little bit too strong here.
Yeah. Yeah, the unupgraded slingers. Just they'll die so fast once any sort of hack armor or melee damage units come in. There's a Tartarian gate.
Not a whole lot of thought to where that was placed. He could have, I mean, there was probably a monument protecting somewhere in the base of JoeyBadz, but must have missed the Migdol stronghold. This is going to be a bit of an issue for JoeyBadz. He doesn't have ancestors to clean this up either. The villager count is going to plummet.
Yeah. Just, just losing the water that quickly just puts you behind so far.
Grassengroom's also like, I like this from Grassengroom. He's showing like he's actually really gotten a lot better at this game by doing this kind of stuff. Where when you're taking leads, you got all these resources, you send your citizen forward. This is something that Oranos players don't really want to do very much because their citizen is so valuable. But it's so important to move forward, take the map control. You see palace coming up on both sides of the map here, and this is the hallmarks of a very strong player.
Yeah, he's like got walls putting up on the right side, so shall not pass over here. And then the main assault is on the left now on the Migdol stronghold.
The Lampetti special onto the war elephant as well. You can run the I mean, it looks like the elephant's going to be fighting the elephant here.
Elephant on elephant violence.
Joey's actually managed to click up Osiris here. Out of nowhere. I didn't think he would have the resources, but he's going to have a Son of Osiris. And a lot of the times we talk about Egyptian players resigning when they're going up through Osiris. So good. GG.
Osiris could have turned the game around.
I mean, it's a tough one here. Joey, Grassengroom being a top 20 player currently, at least on the Vubli ladder, up against Joey, who's a fairly new player, and on a map that he probably hasn't seen before, or a variation of a map that he hasn't seen before, having to deal with this and make some very good, strong decisions early. If we talk about strategy that, in hindsight, might have been really good for Joey, is definitely that fast heroic into an Ancestors Eclipse straight away, into trying to hold the water with some siege bareems. Could have been a really nice try. Other options could have tried to be like a fast second town center here. What do you reckon, Mr. JJ?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going, I mean, I see you kind of having two options as ISIS. One, you can fight classical water with Anubis, or you try to go for like a 7:30 to 8-minute, probably 7:30 fast heroic. Ancestors eclipse the Atlantean base while you use your what's the Leviathan in conjunction with a few boats and try to win water. Because that Leviathan eclipsed is so strong.
It is. It really is. Anyways, we'll move on to the next game. If you guys enjoying these games, do head over to Chrono JJ's YouTube channel. He does post his games over there, and he streams on YouTube as well. It's Chrono JJ, and he's also on Twitch. So give him give him some love, and we'll see you in the next game.